Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to find out if a CT4V Blackwing can impress a hardcore Corvette guy. Wow. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Brink of Speed. Today, I am in a car that I've never had the privilege of driving. I've driven very few Cadillacs and never driven one with the V badge. And so this is a really great opportunity. I gotta tell you, I've just been in this car for about 2 minutes. Hear that rev match? And I'm already really enjoying myself. Real quick before we get the video started, I've got to give out 2 shout outs. Number 1 to Trevor from the Detail Lab for actually introducing me to Keenan. Keenan is the owner of this beautiful CT4V Blackwing, and he is allowing me to drive it. So shout out to both Keenan and Trevor for making this video happen today. Now let's get going. Wow, the power really does come on super strong on this CT4V Blackwing. It's got the twin turbo V6 with 470 horsepower and 445 foot-pounds of torque. This is surprisingly a really good car. So I want to get right to the good stuff right off the bat. I didn't know what to expect with this car. I had seen a few reviews on it, and obviously the reviews were pretty impressive. I actually watched a Chris Harris review. For those of you who know who that is, you'll understand why I watched his review. But they're all impressed with this car. Look what I'm driving, ladies and gentlemen. A 6-speed manual transmission in a Cadillac. Of all things, I'm driving a manual Cadillac, and I love it. And the seating position in this is really nice. You really don't feel like you're driving a, decent size sedan. It feels more like you're driving a sports car. And the seats especially make you feel that way. As you can see, they are a Recaro type hugging with nice bolstering seats. And you got this thick, really nice leather wrapped steering wheel. And then you've got the nice center red line on the steering wheel as well. That's something that I actually miss on my Corvette. I had that on Captain America, but with my sky cool gray interior, they don't give you any kind of center line that's colored. But this thing is very similar to the Corvette. It's got a V button down here, and this is really nice. It's got this like Ferrari-esque adjustment for the different modes. And when you do this, it changes, the different modes. And so very, very cool. So GM has done a phenomenal job of really making you forget that you're in a luxurious sports sedan when you're driving this thing. And the responsiveness of the twin turbos is pretty decent. This does have a little bit of lag, but for the most part, you push the gas down and it goes. And for a V6, the exhaust actually sounds pretty halfway decent. I really like the stock exhaust, and I'll let you guys hear that here in a second. But really, really nice exhaust system in this car. really pulls hard as well. You know, when you get up into the 4.5 to 5,000 RPM range, it really puts you back in your seat, and you forget that it's a V6 you're driving. Kind of makes you feel like you're driving a very torquey V8. And you do hear some road noise. It does have the run flat 4S's on it, so you're gonna hear some road noise from that. However, it's got the MagneRide suspension, so it's a very smooth ride. And it has all the same modes that the Corvette has. It's got the wet, the my mode, the tour, the sport, the track. In fact, I just put it in track mode, and I don't know if you guys can see this on the camera, but it definitely has a stiffer ride for sure. And the steering wheel really stiffened up. Wow, impressive. Very impressive Cadillac. See that? Yeah, that is definitely noticeable. I went ahead and put it to the plushest tour mode, and we're gonna see what this suspension feels like in this mode. Oh, sorry, I forgot I was doing a video. That's how comfortable and relaxed I was driving this CT4V Blackwing. So I'm gonna go to sort of the middle setting, which is the sport mode, and give this a shot. The suspension feels pretty nice in this mode. It's definitely a little tiny bit stiffer than tour, but it's definitely a lot softer than track. All right, so I'm out on this really nice country back road with some twisties, and I wanted to give you guys the impressions I have of this car in the twisties. I can't take it to the racetrack, but I can, however, have a little fun back here with some left and right handers. And boy, does it handle nicely. Wow. Now this is not my car, so I'm not gonna go crazy back here, but I am gonna put it in track mode and just get the feeling. Oh man, this is fun. The thing that I really like is it stays super planted, and whatever your steering input is where you go. And then coming out of the corner, if you give it the gas, man, it really just grips and rips out of that corner. And man, the brakes, the 6-piston calipers on the front of this car, wow. See what I mean? Coming out of the corner, I can totally see myself bringing this to the racetrack if I owned it, and really having a ball around something like G2 Motorsports. I mean, that is just cool. What a great, great sports sedan. And you can really hammer the gas, and then you can really hammer the brakes. I mean, I'm really not hammering the brakes, but it slows the car down really quickly. And this car weighs 3,800 pounds. It's not like I'm driving a 3,200 pound car here. It's almost 4,000 pounds. Wow, what a blast. What an absolute blast. I think I might do that one more time. at that. I love it. What a fantastic experience those twisties were in this car. Oh my gosh, I never thought that I would drive a Cadillac and feel like I was in a really great handling car. I just didn't know it was this good. I felt like I could take it around those corners way faster than I even did, and it was just glued to the road. And the seats, the bolsters, everything holds you in place. Like I said, the steering wheel, it's my type of steering wheel. It's big, it's thick, it has great grip, and just everything working together. You've got the head-up display, you've got the rev match, you know, you've got this great smooth shifting 6-speed manual transmission. You've got hardly any outside noise for interference. I feel like I could have just put on some classical music, which maybe I'll do that. Maybe when you watch this, you'll see me ripping through the twisties with some classical music on, enjoying myself. But really and truly, I would absolutely love to get this out on the racetrack. It would be so much fun. I think it would do phenomenal too. I mean, it really rips out of the corners, and the acceleration is like none other. I mean, it really accelerates hard all the way to red line in every gear, and really puts the power down. There's not any squirrely feeling. It does a great job. I mean, we've got some pretty high temperatures today. It's 94 degrees. So these 4S's are hooking up really, really well. Is this car practical? I would have to say it is practical for a small family or a single guy, you know, or a single girl. You definitely would not want to purchase this if you had a large family, because of the fact that, I mean, this thing starts at $60K. So this is definitely something that the young at heart and probably middle-aged person is going to be able to afford. But if you happen to have the money at a young age and you want luxury plus gobs of power and just incredible handling, then this is your car. If you have a family and you know, your wife is saying, hey, you're not allowed to get that sports car. We need 4 doors, and we need a big back seat, and we need a big trunk. Well, this is your car. Don't go get a Dodge product. Don't go get a Charger or Challenger, because you're not gonna have as much fun in that car. Get something like this. This thing has a 10 out of 10 fun factor because of the fact that you can have fun and drive in style at the same time. Now you guys are going to want to know what my pros and cons are. There's probably only one con that I can think of, and that would be, now let's say 2 cons. Number 1, price. I wish you could get this for a little bit less, even though it is a super value. That's number 1. Number 2 would be the weight. Even though driving around those twisties, it didn't feel heavy, on a racetrack, you would feel that more because you'd be able to push it a lot harder, and you would feel it in your tires that this thing is heavy. So it'd be cool if it was about 300 or 400 pounds lighter, because that would make this car just, I mean, a 10 out of 10 in everything. So those are the only 2 cons that I can think of. Again, this 6-speed manual transmission is a joy to shift. Whether you're on the power really, really hard or not, it's so smooth, it's so easy. I love it. It's one of the best manual transmissions I've ever driven. Now the interior in this car is really, really nice. Again, I love the steering wheel. I love the infotainment screen and where it sets and everything below it. All of the controls for your heated seats and your climate controls. And then where the shifter is, you've got some carbon fiber, and it's quite bare. It's very nice. It's very simple. It's very subtle. So I really, really like that. And the interior is very spacious as well. Wow, I had to avoid something in the road right there. Very, very spacious in here. I've got probably, I don't know, 6 to 8 inches between me and the ceiling. So if you're a bigger, tall guy, you probably would have plenty of room still. I'm 5'11" basically. It's very quiet when you're sitting still. especially if you turn it on tour mode, because that's the softest exhaust. But yeah, the way that this car is laid out inside is great. I guess there is one more complaint that I have, and that would be that it does not have the rear view camera mirror. I'm very surprised by that. It does have a very nice mirror, but I'm just surprised it doesn't have a camera mirror. It seems like all the higher end GM products have it now, especially a Cadillac. But this thing is sick. As far as the exterior goes, I think it has really nice lines. Cadillac did a really great job of combining this look. So it's not just a great looking Cadillac sedan, but it's also a very sporty looking Cadillac sedan. So there's quite a few things that you can add to this too from the factory or aftermarket, like front splitters, side skirts, front canards, or front diplanes, that really set this thing off. And so this car is going to get a lot of looks from people out on the road, people, you know, walking about while you're driving by. I mean, they're going to know it's a Cadillac, but they're also going to wonder what type of Cadillac is that, because it's got a very unique and aggressive look to it that no other type of Cadillac besides the V Blackwings have. So ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap this video up. I hope you enjoyed it. A huge thanks to Keenan for allowing me to drive his wonderful, beautiful Cadillac CT4V Blackwing and enjoy myself tremendously today. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up. If this persuaded you either way, whether to buy the car or maybe this video makes you not want the car anymore, I don't know. I don't see how that could be possible. Let me know in the comments down below, and also let me know in the comments if you already own a V and you enjoy the heck out of it. Let us know. But you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you guys in the next upload.